If you've been thinking about going solar, this might be your last chance to save thousands. The US government just officially ended the 30% tax credit, and the clock is ticking. I'm Nick with Forme Solar, and as your local Southern California solar experts, I need to tell you exactly what this means for you and what you need to do to lock in these savings before it's too late. So here's what just happened. For the past 20 years, if you bought a solar energy system, meaning you own it, whether you paid cash or you financed it, you've been eligible for an up to 30% federal tax credit. Let's say your solar system costs $30,000. Under the old rules, you'd get up to $9,000 back as part of a tax credit. But the new bill that just passed changed everything. Starting January 1st, 2026, that 30% credit now drops to zero. You still have time to get the full 30% credit, but here's the catch, and this is where most people are actually getting confused. Your system has to be completely installed by December 31st, 2025. Not just signed, not just paid for, but fully installed, operational, and commissioned on your roof. And that can be a problem because solar installations don't happen overnight. Look, here in Southern California, we're dealing with some of the highest electricity rates in the country. Year after year, the utility companies keep raising rates, and you have no choice but to pay them. You're stuck with whatever your utility company wants to charge. When solar becomes too expensive for most homeowners, utility companies lose their only real competition. Right now, if the utility companies were to raise their rates too aggressively, homeowners can fight back with solar. That kind of pressure keeps the utility companies somewhat honest. Without that kind of pressure, the utility companies could raise rates however they want, and there would be little anyone could do about it. So if you want to take advantage of this 30% credit, you need to understand the timeline reality. In Southern California, where we are, most solar installations take anywhere between 2 to 4 months from contract to activation. And here's why. So first, we do a site visit to assess your roof and your electrical infrastructure. Next, the engineering team will take the measurements from the site assessment and turn those into a set of plans for permitting. Those plans will get submitted to the local jurisdiction, and paperwork is also filed with the utility company for interconnection. And this is where things slow down. Utility companies can take months to approve these applications, and when there is a huge backlog, which we expect to happen, it can take even longer. On the permit side of things, cities can take several weeks, if not up to a month, to approve a set of plans. Then we have the actual installation, which for most solar and storage systems can take up to 2 days. Following the installation, we'll have our final city inspection, which usually takes place within about a week after the install. After we complete the final inspection, we have to take those documents, submit them to the utility company, and then from there, it can actually take up to possibly another 2 months before they allow you to activate the system. That's why, if you want to feel confident that your system will get installed and activated by December 31st, 2025, you really want to have your contract signed in the month of September. If you're ready to lock in your 30% savings before they're gone forever, click the link below right now for a free quote. We'll show you exactly what your system would cost, what your savings would be, and most importantly, we can guarantee you a 2025 installation timeline. Now, here's what makes us different from every other solar company scrambling for business right now. We're not just salespeople who disappear after you sign. And we're not just installers that hand you off to someone else for service. We're your local Southern California solar guys who handle everything under one roof: sales, installation, and repairs. We actually started out as repair guys. We know all the ins and outs of solar installation, and we know all the common mistakes to avoid. When other companies install systems and then disappear, we're still here. When those systems need service in 5 to 10 years, we're still here. That's the difference between working with a fly-by-night operation and working with your local solar experts who've been in the community for years. And with the way the industry is changing, that matters more than ever. So with these sweeping changes, we expect a lot of installers to go out of business. The ones who survive are going to be the ones who do everything in-house and are built to last. Look, solar isn't going away after 2025. People still want to take control of their energy costs and protect themselves from rising utility rates. But it is going to be more expensive, and a lot of companies may not survive the transition. The economics completely change without that 30% tax credit. What used to be a no-brainer financial decision has now become a harder choice for families. So if you've been on the fence about solar and you're thinking, maybe not this year, this is your year. This is your last chance to get that massive federal incentive that's helped thousands of Southern California families go solar over the past 2 decades. Don't wait until September or October to find out you missed your chance. The demand is already starting to get crazy for us, and installation timelines are just going to get longer and longer. Click the link below right now for your free quote. We'll get you everything you need to know, including your cost, your savings, and your installation timeline. Let's get your family locked into clean, affordable energy before the biggest solar incentive in history disappears forever.